Good evening. Welcome to episode 4 of the Boinger Sports Podcast here at the Candlelight Inn on Central Avenue in Scarsdale on this now 6th day of October 2021. The official kickoff to football season as the Yankees were eliminated from the playoffs last night after an absolutely brutal loss to the Red Sox in a one-game playoff in Fenway Park. A game that the Yankees had every opportunity in the world to play at home. They had every opportunity in the world to finish not only ahead of the Red Sox, but ahead of the Rays at one point, and it just slipped away. The Yankees could not put it together this season consistently. They were way streaky. 13-game win streak diminished by a losing streak that was almost 13 games long itself. In the middle of a playoff race and a playoff hunt, the search for October, the hunt for October, was short-lived for the Yankees tonight. They sent their $324 million man to the mound, and he pitched 2 innings. That's a disgrace. Had it been me managing the team tonight, I would have made him pitch until his arm fell off. $324 million, and you come up with a performance like that, it's absolutely inexcusable. Conversely, kudos to Nathan Eovaldi, former Yankee, who pitched 5 innings tonight, but he struck out 8 and looked completely untouchable at points in this game. And you can say that, well, Stanton tattooed him. I don't want to hear it. Stanton, in the first at-bat, hits one off the green monster. He stood there and looked at it. He should have been standing on second base. So the game started off with this bum not running, standing there looking at a fly ball. That's all season long this is going on. They don't run it out. They don't hustle. Nobody takes any responsibility. You can't play like that and expect to win. This is the Yankees. This is not the Marlins. We don't stand around looking at fly balls. Run! It's a disgrace. So he's standing on first base, and you get what from Gallo? I don't even remember if he struck out or flew out, but it just changes the complexion of the game right from the beginning. Oh, the guy carried us. What else do you want him to do? He hit another home run in the 9th inning. He hit one around pesky pole. He poked a bat out there. He hit it 301 feet. My mother could do that. She's 75 years old. Kudos to Eovaldi for striking out 8, going 5 innings, getting the win. He deserved it. The guy's a horse. Pitched one of the best performances ever in Yankees postseason history. Even though he lost the game, he extended the bullpen and gave us a break in that game. And we just let this guy go for nothing. The guy was our ace. It wouldn't have cost nothing to keep this guy. And here he is pitching against us tonight. Not only that, the guy who closed out the game for the Red Sox. They didn't even have their closer. They didn't have their second closer. I don't even know who the third closer is. I can't even remember his name. But the kid comes in, Whitlock, shuts the door on the Yanks in the 9th inning. I mean, it's just apropos. The Yankees deserve that. That Red Sox lineup, there's nothing special about that lineup. There's no David Ortiz in this lineup. There's no Varitek. There's no Manny Ramirez, right? What's special about this lineup? There's no gamers in this lineup. Bogarts is special. I'll give you that. But there's no Euclid in this lineup. I'm being generous. There's no Pedro Martinez on this team. There's no Papelbon. There's no Folk. This is a Red Sox team that hung around this year. And they're dangerous. They'll be dangerous. But they're not getting past Tampa Bay. Tampa Bay's lights out. I'd rather have sat home and done nothing tonight, and not watched the Yankees lose a playoff game to anybody, let alone the Red Sox. But to have made the playoffs and go out like that with your ace on the mound against a guy that they decided wasn't worth keeping 3 years ago, it's a disgrace. It's an absolute disgrace. And it's not getting any better. It's not. You're stuck with this guy. You're stuck with this guy. He's got a contract that's a mile long. $324 million, 10 years, right? You're what, 2 years in now? You could have had 3 other pitchers for what you paid for this guy. You could have gotten much more out of him as well. I'm not impressed, and I'm not relenting. That was a disgusting performance tonight. I don't care about what he did last week. I don't care what he did the week before that. I don't care about, they took away the spider tack. I don't care about any of that garbage. You sign a contract with this team and you go 2 innings, $324 million to go 2 innings in a 1-game playoff in Fenway. That's what you get paid for. You're getting paid to do that. I could make the case that you're getting paid to win us the division and not be stuck in a position to be in a 1-game playoff. That's even more of a disgrace. The fact that you got 2 guys making over $300 million on this team, and you're at best, you're a 1-game playoff team. You lost the division to Tampa Bay. What is Tampa Bay? They're not spending $300 million. They don't have a $300 million payroll. They don't have anybody in there. Who do they have in their lineup? Can you name anybody on that team? $30 million payroll. It's a disgrace. And this analytics baseball garbage. Rizzo leading off. Gallo batting second. Judge batting second. Stanton third. Gallo fourth. The guy could... what are we doing here? Rizzo led off tonight because he was 5 for 9 lifetime against Eovaldi. That's enough at-bats for you to determine that Rizzo should be leading off the game. Swung at the first pitch. 1 out. Can't do that in a playoff game. You need a guy at the top of the lineup who can take pitches, work the count, get on base, etc. We don't play baseball like that anymore. The days of Chuck Knobloch and Derek Jeter were making a guy work and getting the guy to throw 20 or 30 pitches in 1 inning and wearing him down and getting into the bullpen. Those days are over. Those days are over. So Rizzo led off tonight. Rizzo had a home run, solo shot. Good for him. This is where the offseason starts. Is he coming back? Guy's a free agent. He's best first baseman in baseball. I don't care what anybody says. I love the way the guy plays. I love his approach at the plate. He should not be our leadoff hitter. All due respect. That was a softball lineup tonight. I understand guys are hurt. LeMahieu was out, not even on the roster. We were carrying 3 catchers tonight. How ridiculous was that? I don't want to hear about emergency this and Cole that and Sanchez this. Sanchez, 1 at bat, swung at the first pitch, flied out. Hindsight, he should have been catching instead of Higashioka. He stinks. Rizzo's home run followed by a single from Judge. Stanton hits another bomb off the wall. I don't know if Judge ran through the sign or if the third base coach was just, I don't know what he was thinking. Should have been second and third. Instead, Judge gets thrown out at home plate trying to score from first base on a fly ball to left center field off the green monster. You think the Red Sox don't know how to play defense in their own stadium? And if you're sending them there, you have no faith. And Gallo behind him hitting fourth. Torres and Gardner following. You think those guys can't get the run in? That's a disgrace. And frankly, Stanton should have been going hard the whole way. Should have been standing on third if you're going to send Judge, but I won't kill him for that. I'll kill him for staring at the ball, though. That's ridiculous. You can't do that. This is the Bronx. This is the New York Yankees. We don't do that here. And the fact that we tolerate it is a disgrace. And then we have to baby our way around it in these press conferences. Give me a break. If I have to listen to Aaron Boone in one more press conference, I don't know if it's worth it anymore. Might have to turn it off. It's sickening. You got a catcher with all the potential in the world. Guy can't play in a one-game playoff. Disgrace. Absolute disgrace. Why is he on the team? Why is Sanchez on the team? Get him out of here. No more excuses. I'm done with it. I was done with him a long time ago. But if he's not playing because, Cole, the $300 million man who can't pitch more than 2 innings in a playoff game, doesn't like him as a catcher, well, now you got to suck it up. Maybe we can package them both, send them somewhere else, like Cleveland. I mean, it's a joke. That's a joke that they can't get it together. You're not allowed to criticize Gary Sanchez. He might cry because he's a big baby. I was told that by a very reliable source, and I'm not going to give up that person. But I can tell you this. That's why Girardi was fired. Everybody was yammering about, fire Girardi, fire Girardi. Goes by the book. Well, all we got was another yes man. All we got was another guy going by this analytics book. It doesn't work. We don't want to see it anymore. I'm sick of it. That's enough. We're the Yankees. Play baseball. Please. Analytics is it's not about winning. I don't care what they say about these other teams. It's not about winning. It's about making money and not spending money. The Yankees have this huge payroll. They don't want to go over the threshold. That's fine. I don't have a problem with that. You're the Yankees. Kyle Schwarber hit a home run tonight. That guy's analytics all the way. Guy's got the perfect name to be a Red Sox. Kyle Schwarber. Where else? Where do you go from here? You got the Stanton contract. It's a total albatross. You got another 6 or 7 years left on that contract. You got another 8 years left on Cole's contract. You got 2 $300 million contracts that are complete albatrosses. Complete and total out. You went from A-Rod, who was worth every penny as far as I'm concerned because he won 2 MVPs and a World Series. What are these guys going to win? This is the best they can offer us, right? Are they going to be any better than they were so far? You going to guarantee me that? They're going to get better as they get older now? I don't see it. I don't see it happening. If I'm the Cubs, I'm gonna break the bank for Rizzo to bring him back. I know he's vested in charity in Chicago. Great guy. He's a great guy. He's a winner. And I just don't see the Yankees bringing him back. Second base, I don't know what LeMahieu's status is. Is Gleyber Torres coming back? There's a logjam everywhere. We have no shortstop. Urshela played short tonight. Serviceable shortstop, but that guy's not a starter. Another guy we rescued off somebody else's scrap heap. Third base is a disaster. Maybe Andujar can come back and play third base and not make 27 errors. Maybe he can cut those errors in half and hit like he was hitting before he got hurt. I would take that in a heartbeat. Guy was clutch. Guy got big hits in big spots. Unlike guys that are getting paid to do that. Gardner, who knows if he's going to be back or not with this player and / team option. I'd have him back as the manager in a heartbeat. Got to have him back. I'd love to have Gardy as a manager. He's intense. He's going to fight for his guys. He knows the game. Bring him right back. Let him be the manager. And then what are you doing with Judge and Stanton? Are they playing the corner outfield spots? Obviously, Stanton's not going anywhere unless we can trade him to the National League where he belongs. And that's only if the National League brings in a designated hitter. He'd be perfect in the National League. Let him go play for the Dodgers or let him go play for the Mets. I think he'd be great for the Mets. Him, Lindor, you could take Sanchez with you. They'd be perfect for the Mets. And they would thrive there. I'm positive. Positive. Let them deal with the logjam and the headache and the not running to first base and the staring at a fly ball and just a inconsistent effort from guys that are getting paid hundreds of millions of dollars to do it. So what do the Yanks need? They need a center fielder. They need a shortstop. And I don't want Correa. I don't want to see that happens, and I won't be watching any Yankee games next year. I can tell you that. Not as a fan, anyway. I mean, it's a disgrace to think that that's our best option. That guy's another bum. Cheater. Need a catcher, shortstop, and center fielder. What a coincidence, right? What was the core for? Catcher, shortstop, center fielder. Are we allowed to put Bernie in that category? I think so. Well, we're talking about Rivera and Pettit, I guess. Well, that's another thing. We have no closer. Chad Green stinks. He hasn't gotten anybody out since 2018. Gave up more home runs this year than ever before. A guy you should be able to rely on. I don't know what happened to him. Not a bad clubhouse guy. Seems like a good dude. They got to fix him. If you can't fix him, then he's got to go. But I have no faith in this team in terms of their management to fix anything that's wrong. I just don't see any aptitude, any baseball aptitude coming from this organization right now. I don't want to hear about all the trades and all the players we didn't give away and we have this and we drafted that. I want to see it on the field. I don't care what's going on AA, AAA. I don't care about the talent down there. How many times do we have to watch other teams bring up 19-year-olds that play better than seasoned vets on the Yankees? Because they don't want to pay too early in their career. They might have to spend an extra buck. You're the Yankees, for crying out loud. Spend the money. And I'm not asking to go out and buy a World Series. I wouldn't have signed Cole for $300 million. I wouldn't have given anybody a contract like that. Not in today's game. Hicks, another one. Where's he? Is that the answer to center field? That guy can't stay healthy, and frankly, I don't think he's that good. He's like David Justice 2.0, junior. Very short fuse, no patience. The guy's not worth it. And you make it sound like you got him at a discount. He's not on the field, and you're still paying him. That's not a discount. You're getting robbed. So again, I'm not trying to go out and buy players, but I want guys that are going to play the game the right way. I want guys that are going to hustle down the first base line no matter what. I want guys that are going to come out there and gut it out for 6, 7, 8 innings, not walk off the mound after 2 innings without even a whimper, nothing. You gave up 3 runs? All right, you gave up 3 runs. Suck it up. Suck it up and pitch, man. What a disgrace. Eovaldi was lights out tonight. Guy had everything working. 4-seam, curveball, slider, splitter, cutter. The guy was absolutely lights out for 5 innings. I don't care about the ball that Stanton tattooed off him. I don't care. That's a fly ball out in Yankee Stadium. Makes me sick. Makes me sick to see them lose. Makes me sick to see them lose to the Red Sox. It's inexcusable. It's not in my DNA to accept that. And they readily accept it. Those are millennials. That's the only thing I can come up with. My generation, we take losing to heart. We hate losing more than we love winning. And if that's not your attitude, if winning is not second to breathing, you don't belong in pinstripes. You belong somewhere else. Go have fun somewhere else. Go smile and laugh. They celebrated backing in, basically. I know they won against Tampa Bay in the last game to get into this one-game playoff. But they celebrated it like they just won the friggin' World Series. What did you win? Pouring champagne. You didn't win nothing. You think if Jeter's in that clubhouse, they're celebrating like that? Who's going to step up to be captain of this team? Right now, I don't see anybody on this team that's worthy of being a captain. Judge is the default here, de facto captain. And they might not even bring him back when he's a free agent. Because you're going to have to pay him. So I don't know who that guy's going to be. Gardner certainly deserves a shot at it, but, you know, we don't even know if he's coming back. I know it's hard for guys to hang it up, but I don't want to see him go either. I love the guy. He's a gamer. But it's not like he's hitting 320. He's not even hitting 220. Two innings pitched tonight. Unbelievable. Stanton was 3 for 4. I get it. He's been hot. He's on fire. But I just don't like his attitude. I don't like the way. I know maybe I'm nitpicking, right? But I'm sorry. When he hit that home run against the Mets, and he stopped running around the bases to jaw with Lindor, who is Francisco Lindor? Give me a break. You got to brush that off and keep. Just what are you doing, guy? What's in your head? What is in your head? You hit a fly ball, you stand there and look at it. Look at me, look at me. Look how pretty the ball is flying through the air. What is that? Put your head down and run. You're getting paid $300 million. Play the game the right way. Kids are watching this game. I'm watching this game. How about that? I'm 46 years old. I give my right arm to be in your position. And not for the money. I do it for free. I do it for free to put the pinstripes on. Just one time. I give my right arm for that. And you bet your bottom dollar I'd be running my ass to first base. And I run like I'm mad at the ground. Far from being fleet of foot. And I can't hit the ball 500 feet. That's not the point. The point is you do something because you have a gift that God gave you, a talent that other people don't have, or maybe they didn't have the same opportunity as you. Whatever it is, you're carrying the torch for those guys. You're carrying the torch for the people in the stands who are buying your jersey and putting the money in your pocket. Hustle. When they come here and they sell it to you and they talk about Babe Ruth and Joe DiMaggio and Mickey Mantle and all these great Yankees, you want to put your name up there with them? Hustle. Show me a video of any of those guys not running it out to first base. With the exception of Babe Ruth, because he was Babe Ruth. He can do whatever he wants. You're not Babe Ruth. It's a disgrace. So I don't know where the Yankees go from here. I don't know what they're going to do. I don't know where it's going to play out. Is Cashman coming back? Probably, because he makes the Yankees a lot of money. And I'm fed up with it. I can't stand this analytical Garbino anymore. I want a manager who's going to manage this team and put his guys in the lineup every day. I mean, I just don't see any other way to go about it. You haven't won a goddamn thing in 12 years. So what changed? Back then, you spent $500 million to caddy for Jeter. You got A-Rod at third. You got Teixeira at first. You went out and got Nick Swisher. You got CC Sabathia and Burnett so you get some ground balls, right? It worked. You fixed it. You won that year. And then after that, it's been, let's sell some bobbleheads. Let's sell more jerseys. So, Cashman's tenure, as far as I'm concerned, what have you done for me lately? Nobody expected the Yankees to be as good as they were in 2017. Or, I'm sorry. Yeah, 2017. And they were robbed. They got robbed by the cheating Astros. They had no A-Rod and no Stanton. What did they have? They had a bunch of young kids playing and delivering and making it happen. And it was like, wow, look at this team. And they're so young. You think they're going to get better. They're not getting better. They're not getting better. How do you go from having that much young talent succeed and push the inevitable world champions to the brink of an LCS, Game 7? And then since then, it's just been, what? Nothing. It's just been a constant decline. I don't want to hear about last year. Oh, COVID. Get out of here with the COVID year. I don't want to hear about it. I don't want to hear anything about it. You got to do more than evaluate talent and then trade it for other talent. If Gardner doesn't play next year, who's going to be the Yankee? The homegrown guy that everybody can root for. Who's going to be the next Don Mattingly? I don't see him out there. Yeah, I know. Aaron Judge. All right. It's Aaron Judge. Fine. You going to make him the captain? Is he the next Jeter? The next Mattingly? How about Guidry? Willie Randolph? There's a good chance that Judge is not going to be back when they have to pay him. Business casualty. Payroll casualty. Whatever you want to call it. So who's going to be that Yankee? Who's going to take over for Gardner leaving, being the veteran presence on this team, the gamer, the guy you can always rely on, the guy that gets it done, the guy that hustles and runs to first base? Who's going to be that guy? A homegrown guy. Where is he? Going to bring up one of these magical players that we keep hearing about in our farm system. We got all this talent. Where is it? Because it wasn't on the field tonight. It was a putrid effort tonight. A putrid effort. Got to do better. Got to do better. So, where do you go from here? I don't know that there's anybody they can bring in. I don't know what's out there. You going to go get Chris Bryant to play third base? You going to pay him? Who's out there you're going to pay? I don't know. Chris Bryant would be tremendous. But again, give Andujar a shot. Why not? If you're not going to spend the money, put him back at third base and just let him play every day. Forget about it. Keeping Odor. I've been saying all season that Odor's been a little bit of a spark plug for us. I love his ethic. The guy probably fell in love with the short porch in right field, but I'd have that guy back. He's a tough guy. He's a gamer. I know he looks like he's 12 years old, but he didn't look like he was 12 years old when he punched Joey Bats in the face. You know that guy's going to come and go to war with you every day. He's going to give you everything he's got. I don't know that I see that in some of these other guys. Guys like Sanchez, who I'm sick of talking about. I can't wait till he's gone. If they bring him back, what a mistake. There is the guy does not hustle. The guy doesn't care. Can't catch. He can't feel his position. I don't care about his cannon arm, because if you're going to be lazy behind home plate, then get lost. If you're going to make $300 million a year and not run to first base, get lost. If you don't have the guts to stay on the mound in Boston and tough it out and make pitches, then get lost. Just take the money and go. I don't even want to look at you. So, despair tonight. I know, we'll be back next year. We'll have Gallo, we'll have this guy, we'll have that guy. We're going to get better. I'm not feeling it. I just don't see it. I don't see it. You're going to have Hicks next year. So what's going to happen? You have Gallo in left, Hicks in center, and then what? You tell me. You're not getting rid of Stanton. Is he playing right field? Is he going to DH? Is Judge going to right field, or are you letting Judge go? You're gonna trade Hicks, put Judge in center field? He's not a center fielder. Cashman creates these log jams, and they cover it up with money. The Yankees can afford to spend money and make mistakes and just throw more money at it and still somehow stay under the threshold, which is amazing. Kagawa, that's the guy's name. Was that the guy we got? He's supposed to be amazing. He stunk. You're going to watch guys in this playoffs that either were playing for the Yankees at one point or could have been playing for the Yankees. Cashman either didn't want to spend the money or thought they weren't worth it. Tomorrow you're going to have a great matchup. You're going to have Wainwright versus Scherzer. Cardinals and the Dodgers. And the Cardinals are pretty hot right now. Wainwright, 17-7, 3.05 ERA. He's thrown over 200 innings this year. He's got a 106 whip. Scherzer, his whip is under 1. He's got 11 strikeouts per 9 innings. 2.46 ERA. That's going to be a hell of a game tomorrow. Those two guys are going to pitch like they're getting paid $324 million. I guarantee it. Those guys are going to go out there with guts tomorrow. They're not getting knocked out of the game after 2 innings. The way you play the game today, maybe they only go 5 innings, but still, those two guys tomorrow are going to go out there like they're getting paid $324 million, and they're going to earn every penny. Those guys are tough. Those guys are winners. What do we have? What do we have? We have a bunch of guys that either can't stay healthy or they're making excuses. My arm hurt, my toe, my left finger, my pinky. Please. Go play baseball. I played Little League with tougher guys than that. And that's why I said you as a pro athlete, just to see the lack of effort and enthusiasm from guys that are getting paid all this money is what makes it unpalatable. It drives your fanaticism to the brink and makes you emotional. Just brings your emotion out. That's why we're fans. That's why we watch these games. That's why we buy the jerseys. That's why we go to the stadium. We go to enjoy it. And you want to win. It's about winning. If you go out there and give it all you got, we'll see that you gave it all you got. If you're running down the first base line and you get beat, you get beat. If you smack one 400 feet and the guy makes a play on the ball, so be it. If you foul off 15 pitches and strike out, you fouled off 15 pitches. Good, great. When you swing at the first pitch, one pitch, one out, what did you do for me? You did nothing. You're selfish. And that's what's intolerable, is the selfishness. And then you compound that with this analytical nonsense. And then in the press conference, how do you answer these questions? You're not being honest answering these questions. You need to be able to say, that guy stinks. You need to be able to call your players out in the media without them crying. If they're crying, they shouldn't be playing this game. They're grown men. You're going to cry about being criticized? Come on. That's the world we live in now. You're not allowed to say anything critical of anything. People criticizing what's going on in the world today are being Gestapo'd. You got parents, the FBI in this country, the FBI is now investigating parents for criticizing school curriculums. The FBI. That's tyranny. You weaponize the FBI against parents looking out for their children. That's tyranny. It's not about conspiracy theories. You're labeling parents domestic terrorists. It's not worth getting into. Because that's the world we live in today. You stick your head in the sand and just go along with it. We'll go along just fine. Do as I say, not as I do. Absolutely ridiculous. Unconscionable. And the fact that people go along with it, that people want this, it's unimaginable. George Washington is rolling over in his grave. But the people that don't care, it's because their guy's in charge. They think they won something because they voted for the guy that won. And they're just giving away their freedoms and liberties all over the place. Unions are not backing their employees. Unions are taking sides against their employees. They're not doing their job. So don't tell me that there's nothing nefarious going on. There's something nefarious going on in this country. Inflation's going through the roof. You've got employers threatening employees. Sad state of affairs. So who's going to step up? right? Who's going to step up? Who's going to put their foot down? Who's going to come through that clubhouse door and save this Yankee team? Who's going to walk in there and put their foot down and say, get on my back. Let's go. Who's going to be the guy holding other players responsible and accountable for what they do and what they don't do? That's a captain. Judge is not that guy. Is he going to step up and get in people's faces? Is he going to lean over and tell somebody, you got to hustle, bro? Is he going to lead by example? I think he does. Lead by example. I think he gives it everything he's got. I think he leaves it on the field. But is he the voice in the clubhouse? Is he the big dog in that clubhouse? You want him to be. You definitely want him to be. I think he's atypical of his generation. That he gets it. That he's not a crybaby. This is a kid who was adopted. He was left on the side of the road. Susan Waldman referred to him as a foundling. She told me that he's one of the most grounded players she's ever met. She told me that before he made the team his rookie season, she said, wouldn't it be your best day finding out that you made the team? And his answer was, Susan, I've already had my best day. And she said, what day was that? And he said, it was the day my parents adopted me. That's a guy who's thankful for what he's got. That's a guy who gets it. It's a guy you can root for. You know he's a good guy. And that's what this country needs. They need somebody who gets it. They need somebody who can stand up, be accountable, be thankful for what they have without pointing fingers at other people, and lead people. You lead by example on the field, and then you lead people in private in the dugout. You got to learn how to talk to people, get in their ear hole without necessarily yelling and screaming. And ask your teammates to do it the right way and do what's best for everyone so you can win a championship. People make sacrifices every day. People are asked to do things above and beyond what their capacity is. Some fold, some don't. Some do, some don't. Our healthcare workers were asked to step up, working long hours, extra hours, overtime in the middle of a pandemic with no vaccine, no end in sight, through some of the most horrific political agenda-driven nonsense that I've ever seen in my life. And they stepped up and went to work every day. And now those same people are being sent home because their choice is not to get the vaccine. They're literally compounding the problem. Not those people, the people firing them. Because of politics and money and power. You're already short-staffed and you're getting rid of people. For what purpose? To prove a point? You're not helping anybody by doing that. You're making it worse. There's something else going on. And it's always about money. Power and money. Plain as day. Yankees want to sell merchandise and put fans in the seats. It's not about winning. Same way these hospitals, they don't want you in the hospital. They want you in and out as quick as possible. so they can sell more vaccines and more pills and more drugs instead of actually helping people. I don't know how I got here, but I was away for the weekend. I did not see the Jet game. Jets won. Kudos to the Jets. The Giants won. In fact, the Jets, Giants, and Yankees all won on the same day for the first time in, I think, 10 years. Something like that. Something crazy. So kudos to them. It looks like they're about ready to maybe turn the corner or at least turn a page and take a step forward. So we'll see. Like I said, I didn't see the game, so I can't tell you if there's anything I can hang my hat on. Just listening to my customers and my friends, it seems like, they're ready for the Super Bowl. But that ain't happening. That I can guarantee it ain't happening. Not this year. So, what else? Got the Knicks coming up. Rangers, Islanders. Hockey season about to start. And the Penguins, of course, because I'm a Penguins fan. Looks like the Penguins are going to be hurting this year. So, it'll be a long year for hockey for me. And the Knicks fans are funny. They think they can finish second in the East and be a real contender. I will take the under. Whatever the line is, I'll take the under on the Knicks this year. I think last year was an aberration. So we'll see. Rangers, I don't know that there's much hope there for the Rangers. Not as long as Dolan still has his hands on things. And the Islanders, they're going to play the first 15 games on the road to get a new arena this year. Very exciting for the Islanders, as much as I hate to admit it. So that means they're going to have to make 15 games up at home probably at the end of the season, I would imagine. But first 15 games are on the road for the Islanders. That is not how you want to begin your hockey season, I can tell you that. So it'll be tough sledding for the Islanders the first month or two, I guess. But after that, they've got the potential to get hot at the right time and make a run. And they're a good team. We saw how good they were last year. So they're close. And they're hungry and they're young. And they're well coached. So, maybe we're at the beginning or at the precipice of a new era. We'll see. We shall see. On a personal note, coming up this week, Saturday is the 6, 7, 8. What's today? I got to check the calendar. Bear with me. Coming up Saturday, October 9th, is the Roxfold golf outing dinner. So, in an effort to help raise funds, this Friday night, while I'm at work, I start at 6 o'clock. I'm going to be hosting a private vigil here at the Candlelight to help raise money for Tom Roxfold's children and their college fund. Tom is a dear friend of mine who passed away 2 years ago at 46 years of age, too young. And the family is very special and very dear to me. Tommy's younger brother died when we were 21 years old, way too young. We lost Chris to a very rare form of cancer. So this is a chance for me to finally give back and contribute to something good. The dinner is sold out, so kudos to all of you who signed up, and thank you. But if you'd like to donate still, the website is open, roxfoldsgolfouting.com. You can click on there to donate, and there will be raffles at the dinner and so on and so forth. But like I said, the dinner is closed, so if you're still interested in helping out, you can come here Friday night, have a drink, and 100% of my tips are going to go to the fund. So whatever you leave me here Friday night will be going directly to the family. No middleman. It's all cash. It's going right to the Roxford College Fund for their children, Christine and Eric. So if you have a chance, stop by. If you didn't get tickets to the dinner, stop by the Candlelight on Friday night. So thank you to the Candlelight for allowing me to host the vigil while I'm working. So if you see this, again, come in Friday night, October 7th. I start at 6 p.m. I'm here till 2 a.m. And we'll be... I can guarantee that your donations go directly to the family. As well, I'll be selling Screw You t-shirts that night and perhaps at the dinner. So if anybody that night buys a t-shirt, that money's going to go directly to the family. The Screw You t-shirts, one you can see behind me over my left shoulder, those are still our only source of revenue. So if you'd like to buy one, follow me at Boinger Sports on Twitter or Instagram. Click the link in the bio, and it'll take you directly to the website for Screw You t-shirts where you can purchase them online. That is what allows us to have this space. That is what allows me to continue doing this. That's what hopefully will get me some more interviews. Like I said, we have some guests planned for the future, but I haven't been able to lock those down yet. But if we are going to have them, I'm going to need to sell some merchandise to make those things happen. So I appreciate your support. I appreciate you tuning in. I hope you're enjoying it. Please click the button, like, subscribe on YouTube, and leave some comments. I'd love to get some feedback. I'd love to hear what you have to say. I hope you're enjoying it, and enjoy the rest of your week. And I will have another football game, another Pelham Pelicans 1991 Classic coming at you tonight at some point. It'll probably be up before this video hits YouTube. So enjoy that. Any former Pelicans or present Pelicans, past and present, log in, check it out, leave a comment, and I'd love to chat with anybody who wants to. Again, follow me at Boinger Sports on Twitter, Instagram, and YouTube. Signing off until next time. Thanks for joining. I'm out of here, Dom.